There's a girl, she's a star. She's got style. Steffi Star, you see her face around the town. She's popular. Steffi Star.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Weinstein.
And I'm Meredith Keach.
And we're headphone free today.
Yes,
we are like freaking out right now.
A little bit.
Yeah, but I couldn't wear my headphones because I just got my hair done.
Yeah.
And it's curls and I don't want to ruin it.
Exactly. Yeah, so we all followed your lead.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So this is...
We're going to do it.
I feel weird.
So today we have a very exciting guest who I've been wanting to talk to for quite some time.
Yeah.
Alysha St. Germain from Hello Pearl Interiors.
Yes.
And you have quite a history as I started to do a deep dive down your social media because that's what we do, right, to figure out. So I knew you you had a shop here in Easton.
Yeah.
For interior design.
Very short time.
They're real interior designers. There are very few. It's as much as everybody thinks because they can go to Marshall's and TJ Maxx and Home Goods and pick out some cool stuff that's like current and trendy. There is a big difference between that and having a true ability to be able to be a color specialist, be able to coordinate patterns, be able to make it all look good. And we see that in our business. When we walk into a house who has had an interior designer or someone who lives there, you're like, oh, this is a different program. So I just want to give you that accolade because
thank you.
So many people think that they're good at it, and there's a big difference between being trained and having that true talent.
Thank you so much.
Welcome.
I appreciate that.
And can we just give your outfit?
Yeah.
Hello.
I mean,
I
just wanted to look my best for you ladies.
I
Really
am
incredible.
just,
Yeah.
I can't stop staring.
Yeah.
And I love the hair.
And the textures and patterns. And,
Thank you.
Yeah. When you walked in, took my breath
Well,
away.
of course you know how to put your clothes together.
Yeah.
I mean, definitely dressing is a form of expression for me. I love it so much. So, I love vintage. I love like anything that's colorful, anything that's different.
I love that.
Yeah, it's fun.
Well, and our Stephanie certainly does as well.
Yes.
I know. I was so taken aback by that gorgeous jacket.
I know. It's something special.
It is.
I walked into the cuttery today twirling. I go, does anyone care about my jacket?
I mean, every moment is a special moment. We have to celebrate the small things.
We
I
do.
agree.
We have to have
Right?
fun.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, Stephanie's been posting a lot about having fun. And it's a good reminder or for me anyway, as I go about my daily grind and can get deep.
Right. Because are we supposed to be working this hard?
I don't think so.
Well, if you love your work, I do love my work.
But there is other things besides.
Agreed. And sometimes it's okay to take the day off and go have fun. I did that on Monday.
I know.
Yeah.
So proud
What'd you
of
do?
Meredith.
I went to the marathon.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Wow.
My
Meredith
husband
is
and I
a
went.
former marathon
I ran one.
participant.
Really?
But more so, my husband and I took the day off. We have 3 kids.
Oh, Sean came?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. It was to support his buddy. I mean, he's also my friend, but it's one of his best friends who ran. And we had a complete blast.
Can you
So
tell me where
fun.
you stood, where you parked?
Yeah,
How'd you
it was
get in?
awesome. So we took the train out of 128. So before we hopped on the train, we went to Not Your Average Joe's, got a bite to eat, had a drink, Stephanie and Tony style. I was like, look at me midday having a espresso martini.
So fun.
Yes. And it is weird without headphones.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I like the headphones better.
Well,
Should
you
we
can
put
put
the
yours
headphones
on.
I might.
You girls can put them on.
I don't know. I feel like I have to keep doing like this.
I know.
You know what I mean?
I
so
know.
like, do I still have to be close? Or maybe I do this.
That's so much
Do I
I
better.
pull
know.
it back?
It's hard for our guests in the middle.
Do I do that?
I
don't
like
know.
it better. You can
Anyways,
back up.
then I look at myself and
I just don't know. Adam switched the table on us.
Yeah.
Meredith used to sit here,
oh.
and so then it was just like a triangle.
Yeah.
And now, but we can't find a.
Yeah.
Then we tried sitting together
Yeah.
and then just looking at the guests. So
Yeah.
we don't know what we're doing.
That's okay. We'll make it work. It's no big deal.
Okay.
I feel like maybe at the 4 square table is better.
Yeah. Adam switched it on us.
Yeah. Changing stuff up.
It's okay. You live and learn,
Exactly.
Adam.
Anyway, so
Okay, where were we?
my day doesn't matter. It was a great day. But Alysha, let's talk about you. Let's
Yes.
talk about your design career. You've had some personal life experiences, I'm sure, that have impacted your design. You have a family, and talk to us about like your new experience of opening a shop, closing a shop, and how that has transformed your work experience.
Oh my gosh. So I actually just drove past the studio because I was obviously on Main Street coming here, and I always get a little bit teary-eyed because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was out there. I painted that trim. I painted that door. I put those like numbers on the door. I put that brass plate on the door. Like, I had such high hopes for that space. And, we opened it about a year ago. No, May 15th, it will be a year that we opened, and then we closed end of February. So really short stint, but it was meant to be because it taught me so much about the power of community, about like betting on yourself, because as you ladies likely know, as business owners, you have to put yourself out there and you have to take risks, and the more risks you take, the more you prove to yourself what you're capable of, and the more you expand. And so it was just a really great experience. It was really sad to close it, but since we've closed it, we've had like 2 of our biggest months we've ever had in business.
Yay!
And so, I mean, isn't that crazy?
Yes.
And it's like, I like to say that, it wasn't a failure because, obviously like things quote unquote fail, right? Like it didn't work for us. It wasn't making the money that we hoped that it would make. And making the impact, and I was feeling torn between like being there and then being out in the field. Obviously, as an interior designer, we have to make time to be out in the field. And I was like, I don't want to work this hard, right? I want to play. I want to have fun. I want to roller skate. I want to do all the things that I love to do. And so
we're going to have to get back to that. Oh my God.
So, yes, I love to roller skate.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'll tell you a fun story and a little bit about roller skating during the pandemic. And so I just was like, I don't want to work this hard. But I met Kendall, who's my assistant, who I absolutely adore. And she's like watching her bloom and just become like my right-hand person has been so incredible. And we're doing great things. Like I truly believe that what we're doing there's so much soul to it, right? Like we're bringing people's spaces back to life, and we launched the Remix, which is that like high impact styling package that helps people pull their space together and sort of shows them what is possible in their space without making a massive investment or having to really invest a ton of emotional energy into a full service interior design project.
Can you talk more about that?
Yeah.
That sounds intriguing.
It's so much fun. So basically what we do is we come in, we assess the client's space. We do an on-site consultation. We assess their space. We assess their like foundational furnishing. So you have to have like your sofa or your bed, your dresser, like things like that, so we can build. So we add pillows and lighting and rugs and wall art, but then we integrate your own as well. So like we were finding that a lot of people would come into the studio and they would say like, oh my God, I love that, like that vintage table or something like that, but I don't know how to make it work.
Right.
And so I'm like, oh my gosh, this gives me the ability to integrate vintage, which I absolutely love. But it also gives me the ability to integrate their own pieces. So it's just pure magic. It's such a quick turnaround time. We come in, we assess the space, we make a quick list of things that we're going to add, and they don't get a say in what we add.
They
get their very own.
Obsessed.
It's so much fun. We get the best reveals. We've had people cry. We've had squeals of delight. Kids, oh my gosh, the kids are so excited. And so it's been such a fun journey because we get that quick dopamine hit that you get when you close an interior design project and you reveal the space, but we get it so frequently now. So it's like, it just keeps me super jazzed about the work that I'm doing.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, so how do you sign up for that? What's the cost involved with that, and what's like the logistics, the back end of it?
Yeah, so you just book a consultation with us, which is 2 hours. It's an on-site consultation, $250. We come out, we assess the space, get you really excited about the potential and the possibility, maybe rework the space, talk about like, flow and things like that, give you a task list of things that you need to like tackle from the time that we do that on-site consultation and come back. And you just pay for the product. You don't pay for our design time. So the minimum spend is $2,000 per space. Typically, people buy more than that because we bring more. But we spend 4 hours on site. pulling it all together after the
Wow.
consultation. That's it. It's like a sprint to the finish line.
That is a dream come true.
Yeah.
So fun.
That like leaving and then coming back
Yeah.
and seeing what you've created.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we make the clients stay on site, but they have to stay out. They have to stay out of the space. Some do leave, but we just have them come back at the end. Like say it's like a 10 to 2 install. They come back at the end and then they get that surprise. And we usually get it on film, which is really fun. We get it on
Yes.
video. And then from there, they just get to decide what they want to keep. And as long
Wow.
as they purchase $2,000 pre-tax, then they're good.
Wow.
It's
You
fun.
need to do this.
It's really fun.
Can we not talk about my space?
I feel like we should.
It's going
This
to
is
change your
the-
life.
This is the appropriate environment.
Every day I'm back and forth. Should I stay? Should I go? Should I stay? Should I go?
I get it. But
Why though? Wait. Ask her why.
yeah, why?
Well, because I have to do so much to my condo. I have to rip apart my kitchen. I need new
Okay.
bathrooms. I need new windows.
Okay.
I
So
need
she hates her
paint.
current space. She's been there like 10 years and has done
Correct.
almost nothing.
Correct.
Why have
I've
you just been
added
too
hardwood
busy?
and I've had mini splits put in because
Because she hated all of that stuff when she moved in. She hated,
yeah,
and she's addressed none of
my
it.
bathroom is
So she lives
30
in I
years
hate.
old, maybe even older now.
But like sometimes it just takes a fresh set of eyes to see your space and just to tell you like actually you don't have to do all that, or maybe you can change your pulls, or maybe you can just reface your cabinets, or like there's so many ways that we can get to our desired outcome without a full demo. You know?
Look at her dressed to the nines. Her nails
I
are done.
know.
Her makeup is on point. Her hair was done this morning.
Did you
The
see the
outfit-
post I just did about this?
No,
Oh my God, I just did a post where I talked about how women will invest in themselves. They'll go get their nails done, their lashes done,
Yes.
and then they come home or invest in the newest car and they'll come home to a space that feels
I'm getting a
flat
new
and
car.
they wonder why
Yeah.
it doesn't resonate and they wonder why they don't feel at home.
my home does not resonate with me. It's not my taste. It's nothing.
Oh my God, I would love to see it. Be so fun.
She might not let you in.
I mean, I'm so non-judgmental though. I understand
Well,
that
you
people
can't
live
be
in
in
their
your
homes.
business.
Yeah,
Right.
we're not either.
Yeah, we're
don't-
not
Yeah,
either.
no.
That's why we always tell everybody, don't clean. We don't care.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, you live in your home. We know you live there.
Right.
So you don't really have to do anything to prepare for a consultation. Just set aside the time and
Yeah.
be there and be present.
Yeah.
You know?
I think I might sign up.
Yay.
I have so many spaces that still need to be done.
Oh my God, I love it so much.
You
Yep.
should do your bedroom.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
I
our
love it.
bedroom is real complicated.
bedroom.
We actually have each bedroom needs to be done. That's one of the last pieces that need to be addressed.
I love it.
Yep.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is what I live for. And it's like, you know, I stumbled across it. Like 2020 is when I started my business after like having done a renovation in my own home. I'd done multiple renovations at that point, but this was like our like quote unquote forever home. And, friends like were coming in and being like, you need to be an interior designer. I was like, oh, easy. Okay. I'll be an interior designer.
No problem.
Yeah, no, let me just jump on that. And so I
Right.
did because I'm crazy. And so here we are,
I love that.
Yeah, it's
I
really
mean-
incredible.
you know.
That's what I'm saying. If you have a passion for something and you're good at it, you're going to make money.
Yeah.
I mean, I genuinely like love what I do. It brings me so much joy, which is like, you know, going back to what you were saying, like, you know, I love you love what you do too. And so like, it doesn't always feel like work, even when it's grueling, even when it's tiring, even when there are hiccups, it doesn't feel like work because it's like, it's coming from your soul,
Mm.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I find the older I get, the more I kind of lean into that. Do you guys?
totally.
Like the rest of the other stuff, like I feel like at this point in my life, it's like coming like this. And the other stuff is slowly
The fluff is just going away.
going away.
That extra
Mhm.
stressful stuff.
Yeah. And I just
Toodles.
like to focus on, toodles. And I just like to focus on what I want to focus on.
Right.
Right?
Yeah,
Like-
totally. And in the way that you want to do it. Like we're
Yes.
not bending to what other people or other people in the
Correct.
industry, the way that they
Yes.
think that we should do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like
Yes.
we're bringing our
So
own
freeing.
magic to the table and being like, you either love me or you hate me.
Yes.
You know, I'm not for everyone. Like I am not a designer's
Me either.
designer.
Yeah.
Like I'm not
I'm
going
not
to try to
either.
sell you a $300 pillow.
Right.
I just think that's ridiculous.
Right.
You
Right.
know? And a lot of designers won't touch a pillow for less than $300. And I'm like,
Right.
you know, I want people to be able to live in their homes. Like, who wants to sit on their sofa and touch a pillow that's $300 or invest
Not
in one
me.
if they have kids
My
at
dog
home?
would be offended if I told her she couldn't sit on
Right?
that pillow.
I know.
Right.
And I love my dog, so I want her
Right.
to be comfortable.
Exactly. And I let my dogs on the sofa too.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, that's the thing is like designing for everyday people. You know, I firmly believe, and I realize that this is kind of a pipe dream, but like, and totally like a first world thing to think that everyone should have access to a beautiful space or like everyone should have a home that reflects who they are. Because like, obviously, there are a lot of people who don't have homes and there are a lot of people who don't have the money to spend, or they're sharing homes with multiple generations of, you know, family and things like that. And there's just not the space for them to be able to do that. But like I feel like middle class, specifically like upper middle class America, is just so focused on doing what other people are doing.
Yes.
Instead of saying, what do I want? Or like designing to,
Amen.
right? The resale value, you probably see it all the time.
Yes.
And it's exhausting because it's like, who are you at your core? If you don't know who you are,
Right.
like if you're doing what everyone else is doing, then you're never really going to know who you are.
Right. So, amen. Like we could end right there.
Right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thank you so much for coming on the podcast.
Okay. No, I know. I got really serious real fast.
No, but we like that.
Yeah.
But it's so true. It's so true.
Yeah.
Meredith and I like to step out of the box and whatever.
Right.
People may make fun of us. I don't know. Like, who knows?
It doesn't matter.
And we're not for everybody, but we're for our clients who hire us because they love that we're different.
Yes.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. And I think that there are so many people out there who want permission to be themselves. And so when we show up as the fullest version of ourselves, then suddenly they feel at home. They feel comfortable and connected. They're like, oh my God, like I can be myself here. Like this is a real person. We're not putting on airs, you know?
Right.
And so I feel like in the end,
Authentic.
it's like more fulfilling work. It's more fulfilling connection. Like I just literally love my clients. Like love my clients. And so I feel so grateful that I get to see their homes and I get to witness the transformation. And honestly, I feel like I see the personal transformation of my clients through their spaces. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like there's something there, you know?
Yeah, there is something there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that connection for sure.
Yeah.
And I think going back to you saying, like, for me too, I'm not for everybody.
Right.
And that's okay.
Yeah.
But it comes with years wisdom of being able to say that's okay.
Exactly. Because the younger generation, they're not there yet.
Right.
Right? Like the younger agents that we know,
Right.
everything kind of has to be perfect because they grew up with the perfection on
Social
Instagram
media.
and social media.
Yeah.
And so
true.
they, you know, we try to encourage when agents come on our team, this business is not perfect at all.
Right.
Right? So many things come up. You can't be perfect. And that's why I posted that bad video of myself last week. I really didn't want to post it, but I'm like, you know what?
Right.
It is what it is.
Yes.
And this really is what I looked like on that day.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's
Right.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it took like a lot of courage for me, right, to post that because
Yes.
it was so bad.
Right. Yes.
Well, and if you notice, there are a lot more, specifically women, who are out there posting and making content from a place of being not perfect. And what I have come to understand just from doing research is because of AI, we're really in a trust recession where we're feeling like we cannot trust what's out there to be true. And so we want people to show up imperfectly.
Yes.
Right? Because then that shows us and communicates, oh my God, you're a real person with a real thought that hasn't been formulated by AI. It's your own original thought.
Right.
And it's like, people want that. They feel like they can connect with you more if you're showing up that way, you
Trust
know?
recession.
It's
I love
so
that.
true.
It's so true.
Yes. Such a good point.
And I think, and also on the other front, if you're trying to launch a career where you're adding more content, more videos, you just freed yourself, right? Because once you post those videos of like, or pictures of not the best angle or not the best video, you're free. Right. Because now you can post all of it. Right.
Yeah.
And look, sometimes there's oversharing. There's that too. I do snooze people from time to time because people are oversharing too. There's that, but also in terms of like if you want to start, which we all talk about, everybody has.
Well, no, if Meredith probably think I was an overshare.
No.
I mean, did you see my crying reel where I was crying about?
No, but I want to go watch it now. No, I want to go watch it. No, but if Meredith,
it got me a meeting with the. I think she's like the space and like design editor of Rhode Island Monthly.
Because you cried?
Yes,
I'm gonna try it
on video.
I'm gonna try it.
And she liked it, and so I reached out to her and I was like, "Oh my god, I saw you liked my crying video." I was like, "Oh my god,
I love
so
that."
embarrassed.
But isn't that great?
I was gonna hide it.
You know what?
I
but
mean,
you put yourself out there.
Here's the thing, like
kudos
business
to you.
ownership is not for the faint of heart.
No,
like it's so hard, and it's like
what was your crying video about?
Just because it's like, how can things be so good and be so hard? Like draining physically, but also be like I was being forced, I think, in that moment to level up, you know? Like if you're not ready for the up level, then like, are you going to shut it off? Like, is it going to stop coming? Is like the fountain going to dry up? You know what I mean?
Right.
And so it's like, it was just like this whole thing of like self-trust. Like, do I trust myself to continue to hold the vision? Do I trust myself to continue to show up? Can I show up at this pace, at this level? Can I continue to stay regulated? Right? Because like as a business owner, you like are constantly dealing with like self-regulation. Can you stay regulated? Can you show up for your clients in the way that they expect you to? All the things. And so I just kind of had like and we had done this like home show thing, and they published the wrong photos. They published my before photos. I wrote an article for them and I brought it to their attention.
Are you effing
I am
kidding
not
me?
kidding you.
I would have had a fit.
I had a conniption, and the guy
you.
literally told me, "Do you want me to send you the bill?" Because I did it for free. I wrote this article for them, The Rise of the Livable Home, and they put 2 before photos, and I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me right now?" I was so mad, and he did not apologize.
Stop.
No. And I paid to be at that home show. So it was like, and we got 4 fake Google reviews, like within 2 hours. 1 even had a photo, and Google won't remove them. They removed 2, but there's 2 more. So I was like, oh my God. Like,
I think I saw your post about that.
I was
like,
just
how
like,
do I get rid
you
of
know
them?
how you just like, you feel
Defeated.
like you're like, you feel kind of defeated.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm doing everything. Like your brand is your baby.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
So I just had a little meltdown, but we're good. We're over it. I just want those other 2 Google reviews gone.
I think regulation. So one way to tackle that is more reviews. You bury it.
Yeah.
And it's not real if there's only 5-star reviews. Don't forget that.
Yeah.
When I look at Amazon and I look at reviews, I look at all of them. I don't just look at the 5-star.
Yeah.
I want to know what was the 1 and 2 and why. And if it was real, I'm going to figure it out pretty quickly. And it's not necessarily going to be a determining factor, 1 or 2. It's actually definitely not a determining factor for me. So just keep that in mind.
Yeah. I mean, there were a bunch of people who were basically like, said that those magazines just went in the trash and that no one actually looked at them. But I was like, you know, if you came to a home show looking for a capable interior designer, you would not have known that you would have found her there, because like, you know, our image, like our after photos are our bread and butter.
Right.
Like that's what proves that we can do what we do.
Right.
And so like when I opened that magazine and looked at those 2 before photos, like my mouth dropped open.
Right.
Like it was like someone just took a dagger and just like literally like stabbed me in the heart. I was like, oh my God. And it's not like from a vanity standpoint. It's just like, this is what we live for. This is what we work for.
Yeah.
You know?
But also it's the volume, right? So yes, if the picture was amazing, you might have picked up a client. You might have. You might not have.
You might not have. Yeah.
You might not have.
Right.
And so I think that if we compare the social media model to the magazine model,
true,
where we're looking for authenticity, we're looking for volume, right? Even just researching you coming on the show, I did a deep dive on your social media. I didn't pull one piece. I didn't just look up Hello Pearl. Why am I saying
Hello Fresh?
Oh, that's a
food
company.
company that Kim Lazarian's addicted to.
Sorry. Hello Pearl. I didn't just look at one, right? I'm looking at the whole picture to find out who you are and what your background is and where you, it's the whole picture, right?
Yeah.
So yes, I agree with you. You had every right to be upset about that, especially it was a pro bono piece and they screwed it up. They made a mistake and it's something to be upset about. But I think the likelihood that you would have lost business necessarily, I think it's the opposite. You probably would have picked up a piece. Do you agree, Steph? Because we do this stuff all the time.
I'm still trying to think how I would feel. I would have had a fit if we had a magazine spread and they put in
they flubbed it.
Yeah.
Well,
some bad photos.
It would have been nice if they had apologized,
Right.
like
Apologies
that was the
far.
thing.
Right.
Like apologies go really far. And the fact that he like came back at me and was like, "Do you want me to send you a bill?" I was like, "Are you kidding me
That is
right
the
now?"
rudest
Taking
thing.
ownership. Just take ownership.
Yeah,
Right.
I was like,
And move
what?
on.
Just take ownership. And that's what I found actually, and you probably have seen this too. Like with clients, we're fallible. There's so many moving parts in a design project.
Right.
Like there are so many things that could go wrong. We're people, we're communicating, we're trying to find the best process, like how do we work together? What types of personalities, like all of the things, where people are living in their homes, like, they're uncomfortable, they have kids, blah, blah, blah. And when you own it and you promise your client that you're going to make it right and you actually do that, you will win them over for a lifetime.
Yes.
And so it's like,
Although
just feel
sometimes you don't.
well, yeah.
Sometimes they hold it against you.
I suppose that's true. Yeah. Have you experienced that?
Oh, sure.
Oh,
yeah.
no.
Yeah. I've been working with people for 25 years. for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean,
because it depends where they're at in their life.
that's true.
Right? I mean, that's the big differentiator, right? If you're just in a crappy place in your life,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Steph's dealt with people the same way. It doesn't matter what you do to try to remedy the situation. And even sometimes I've had clients where everything has gone beautifully. They got a ton of money for their house and there was not a hiccup in the process. And at the end, they made stuff up for some reason.
That's horrible.
Made stuff up so that, I don't know. Some people need that, though. I was not deterred.
I guess the drama of it, or they need to feel like they can one-up you in some way, like they were justified in the way that they felt.
Or like it couldn't have gone that smooth. For them, maybe they just couldn't have a perfect situation.
They just focused on
they had to.
I feel like you have to be, there's so much growth that comes with just like trusting that things are going to work out perfectly. I actually just posted a reel about this because I'm really just transparent about my life in general on my social media, because it's so much more than just being a designer and designing beautiful spaces. Like I'm an actual human behind that. And I think that people like to connect that, so we just went away. We went to Sedona. We went to the Grand Canyon. We got back this morning, 8:00 in the morning.
Wow.
And, but it was so great. But I had this like moment where I realized like, oh my God, it can be as good as I want it to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like if I hold the vision for how good it can be in life, then suddenly like everything else, like the number in your bank account, just like you don't focus on that as much. You're just like, you're focusing on the experience of living the life and the people who you're interacting with and the experiences that you're having and how you're showing up and stuff like that. And so I feel like some people just aren't ready to experience all of the goodness that is available to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And the same thing with like their spaces, right? Claiming the space. I mean, am I hitting a
no?
Am I hitting a nerve here?
It's true. No,
But you'll find a lot of agents. Stephanie and I talk about this. We're the cobbler's child has no shoes. There's an expression like that.
Yeah.
Where so many agents do not have beautiful homes.
This is designers too.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
really?
me first.
Yeah, it's
I'm
wild. I'd
like
love to
me
do
first.
a study on it. I mean,
right? I also
yes.
think it's because we're busy.
Well, perhaps, but people say to me, "You must have the biggest, most beautiful house," and I say, "No, actually, I don't. I live in a little house that's probably too small for the amount of people we have in it, and we just did the renovation just recently. And there's always work that needs to be done, but it works for us. It works for me.
Also, I think sometimes people get caught up in the house itself, the size, and
that's for them.
Right, exactly. But maybe
there's a seat for every ass. There's a house for every person.
Right.
If you want to drive into your neighborhood and feel accomplishment because of the neighborhood that you're driving into, I'm going to find that for you.
Totally.
And that is okay. And,
right.
And like, I don't pass judgment on where you wind up living, but I think we, to your point, we kind of lose it and assume certain things. But it's fascinating to me that designers, realtors, we all just...
Do I need therapy?
No.
I mean, we all need a little bit, but
when I see these colorful homes these,
Do you want
like the
it?
maximalist, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Interior. That's
Yeah.
what I am so drawn to.
Oh my God,
like
that
the
is what.
velvets.
Oh
and
my God,
and I
stop.
love all that vintage stuff. I would never know how to do that.
Oh my God,
But that is like the animal print.
love.
That is my vibe.
So we're
And
doing a project in
someday-
Easton right now where we're doing like a layered animal print rug, like two,
Oh,
and actually being painted right now, and it's being painted like a deep dark, like olive green. Even the ceiling, we're even painting the ceiling, color drenching the entire thing.
I see Steph math going on in her head
it's
right
so
now.
good. It's so good.
Oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I think it also allows us to be non-judgmental, right?
Yeah.
When our homes are not perfect,
Yeah.
and we go into
Right.
non-perfect homes,
Mhm.
I tell people, don't make your bed.
Yeah.
I won't remember the color of your couch when I leave for that first visit. When we prepare your house and you're
Yeah.
preparing your house for sale, that's a different ball game.
Mhm.
But your day to day and where you are right now, I'm not leaving there.
Yeah.
I
Disgusting.
legit have sent the picture of my bathroom to sellers who are like, we're so embarrassed for you to come in. I go, don't be. Here's my
Right.
bathroom.
Right. Right.
They're like, okay, see you tomorrow.
Exactly. No, it's that human connection,
Exactly.
right? It's so important.
I'm
and
not
it's like-
pretending I'm
yeah.
what's the phrase? I'm not pretending.
Yeah.
I'm
Anyone
whatever.
you're not.
Correct.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Right. And it's that connection. And we want to make them feel like it's okay. Like, oh,
Yeah.
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and I think like that's the same thing as it pertains to design. Like, I think that I sometimes I wonder, like with the remix package, am I like, what's the word? Am I like defiling design? Because like designers really value, the design community really values high-end furnishings, bespoke furnishings that they, create from the ground up, like really high-end fabrics and things like that. And I'm like, no, you're going to evolve. You're going to change. And so if you invest all that money in that and suddenly something shifts in you and you're like, you need something else to calm your nervous system, or you resonate with some other design style or something else, you're going to want to change it up. But you might not have the resources for that.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that you're not deserving of a space that you love, you
Right.
know?
So great.
So I don't know. I'm a little bit like delirious as it pertains to creating beautiful spaces, but doing so with like things that can be, Facebook Marketplace finds, or like, things that aren't crazy expensive, that are attainable for the average person.
Well, and maybe you don't want to spend a ton of money on something. Like I have 3 teenagers. Stuff gets
Right.
broken.
No, it's true.
Or they change their mind.
Yeah.
And I never wanted my kids to live in a house where there were rooms of things they couldn't touch.
Right. Or like the plastic covered sofa
Yes.
and like,
Nope. That was
No.
not
I want to
gonna be
bring
my
that
house.
back.
No, I do
no,
not.
we're not bringing it back. I can still hear it when they're like
Right,
set
when you
up.
sit down, we had a family friend, and their whole living room was in plastic.
Oh my
Yes.
God.
Isn't that
but for
incredible?
what?
Right, because it was an expensive couch, and that's what they did
Yeah.
back then.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
you didn't get multiple.
know.
My
layers
mother
of
didn't,
couches.
but we did have family friends that, I remember it vividly.
Yeah. Yeah. My great aunt was like that. She had a plastic covered sofa. I remember it.
How
Yeah.
comfortable.
Remember how
Oh my
good you felt after you
God.
had your closet done? I want you to do your house.
My closet is back to
Oh
being
my
bad
God.
again.
You had your closet done?
Yeah, but it's overflowing again.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Yeah.
Systems are fallible because we're people and we're busy. And if we don't maintain it,
Well, the problem was I had a man do my closet,
No.
and he was beside himself with the amount of shoes.
Oh, no. Wait, I don't believe that you have more shoes than me, though.
I don't know. I
have
might.
so many shoes.
I don't even want to count.
You guys don't
Oh
get
my
rid of your
God.
shoes?
I love shoes.
I do, but
They're like
sometimes
I
they're
like
so
looking at them.
good.
They're like art.
Okay,
Oh.
so I moved into a condo and I had Trust and Trisha, who's like one of our trade partners.
oh,
who I
we've been
absolutely
on here
love.
a
Yeah, we
bunch of
love
times.
Trust and
Yeah.
Trisha.
Yeah.
Oh, she's done my clients' closets.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
she did my closet, but it's in my living room because I live in a condo.
I love that.
And so with a loft and a 2-bedroom. And so like it's so all of my shoes, I have like 4 shoe
Are they all
things.
displayed?
They're all displayed.
How beautiful.
But some of them are in
You
bins and
guys.
inside because I don't have enough space. And I just came home from Phoenix with
You bought more
2 new
shoes.
pairs of shoes.
because we can't help it.
It's because it's easier to buy shoes than it is clothes sometimes.
Exactly. So I buy shoes and coats.
Yeah. Oh, I love
bags.
coats
Yeah,
too.
and bags.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I'm not much of a bag person, but coats for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because it's easy.
And earrings.
I love your earrings.
Thank you. And to just
I need
get
it.
the
I need to go through my jewelry.
Oh,
yeah.
Jewelry's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, no, I love it. I love spaces. I just got home this morning and then I did like this video on Instagram about how much I loved coming home and how much I loved my space. But just like also talking about like all of the things that I would change, but don't care to change right now because it's not important. And I feel supported by my space because it's a reflection of me. It's so boho. It's like just
love
like a
boho.
Right? It's just so good. And I also firmly believe like even though the remix is such like a quick transformation, slow design is also good design because it gives us time to be on the hunt, to find the piece that we love, that we resonate with, to figure out where it goes, to tune in. I also love teaching people about design and about how to, style their shelves or create gallery walls or like, infuse color into their homes. It's really fun to see people like get it,
I hate the color gray.
Yes.
And I moved into my condo and I painted all my walls gray.
Why?
And my kitchen cabinets.
Well, this explains it.
Ask what my input was on that.
What'd you
I forget.
say?
What did you say?
Gray is depressing.
It is.
And why would you paint your whole place gray?
There was one inspiration picture and it looked so cozy. It was like snowing outside and there was like a gray velvet couch and everything was gray and they had mood lighting and that was it.
Yeah.
And I hate gray. It is the worst color on the color wheel.
It is. I like to say it's the combination of the two colors that we use to make colors a lesser version of themselves. So white and black, and then together they make gray. Or like think about like living in Seattle or living in London. It's like, people have seasonal depression for a reason, or a battleship that's hiding in plain sight. I mean, this is a thing. I have been literally fighting an uphill battle for years trying to convince people that gray is not.
It's hard.
a good
People
option.
don't do it.
It's over anyway.
But how come people can't?
It's over,
Why,
kind of.
Why can't people bring their vision to life? How come I cannot bring my vision to my home?
Because you're afraid of messing up.
Yeah. And you're yeah, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like,
Meredith,
I feel
you're
like,
not the designer.
I know, but I hear it all the time.
Sorry,
I think you get
totally-
paralyzed. That's the first thing
it
that she
totally
says
is
I'm paralyzed.
But also at the same time, it's taking the time to ask yourself what you want, because I feel like we outsource our decision making to other people. Women have been conditioned to ask other people for input, instead of tuning in.
I always do.
And
right.
so much of it is our own intuition. It's like, okay, how does this feel in my body? But you have to be slow enough to ask the question and receive the intuitive response and then act accordingly. And so it's not going to happen overnight.
You have great design taste. I don't know why you question it.
Meredith.
You do. Look at what you're wearing.
Okay, but but if you walked into my home, you'd be like, oh.
Because you won't do anything. You won't take those steps.
Right.
Exactly.
We're going to get you excited about it, though.
Yeah.
I need to go. I wish there was like a big showroom with different style rooms, but you don't need that because you just need to go on Pinterest or whatever.
Well,
but I know what I like.
Well, but here's the thing is so many people think that their design style should fit into a specific category.
Right.
We've been conditioned to believe that it should be compartmentalized. It's not.
Right.
And I firmly believe that kind of the crazier you are, the more things work. You know what I mean? It's like you can't just add a couple of funky pillows because they're going to be like, oh my God, that feels so out of place.
Right.
You have to really go for it.
Right.
And
I think everybody needs to use a designer when they're buying furniture. Yes. I have made thousands upon thousands of dollars of mistakes. Mm-hmm. My latest mistake is a huge sectional couch that I bought a few years ago from Jordan's. It's a great couch, but I needed everybody to be able to kick their legs out.
Yeah.
So I have 4 sections in the couch that people can kick their legs out. And I bought the matching oversized chair. It is bad, folks. Bad. So there's more money wasted.
Well, and some people even don't consider the fact that you have to make sure that it can fit through your door or up your stairs.
Right. And it fits. It's bad.
Yeah, I recently had a client say to me, they're in a hurry, and I don't operate that way anymore, boundaries. But I just was like, she was like, well, what would you do if I just bought the sofa? Would you just make it work? And I'm like, well, we could do that, or we could have something that really works for your space and really meets your needs, you know? And I think it's really important to take the time to consider scale and needs. And that's what designers do, is we assess, like, what do you actually need? How do you plan to use this space? Like, how many people do you host? How often, right? All of these things, like, how often do you watch TV? You know, what does that look like? Are you a cuddler? Are you, like, you know, all of the things. We ask all the questions so we can understand how someone's going to utilize their space and what to suggest. But then we also have knowledge of different brands and different configurations and all types of things, so that we can make the appropriate suggestion to the client and make sure that the product has longevity.
You're hitting it so spot on because you listen. I think a lot of designers don't listen. That's the difficulty I have with some designers, is that I may say to them, this is my impasse. I need new window treatments. But what's important to me is, one, the privacy in the front of my house.
Right.
So I need something that can let light in, give me privacy, but also my windows are old. So I need a thermal component of it, and I need to find a solution for that. I've yet to have anybody listen to me and hear that those pieces, people will just offer solutions.
Right.
I'm like, well, I can research that, but that's not addressing my solution. Steph, your couch is not inappropriate from a practical standpoint of what you use it for. And that's why you bought it, because at the time you had Alexa living there. Gregory probably was there too. So they had 4 people living in a townhouse condo, and you needed places for asses to sit. And then you would host big gatherings. And so what are you going to get? 2 chairs? I mean, so a designer might come in and say, well, this fits functionally, this or design wise, it's more appropriate for scale. But look, I added an extra chair to my room because there's 5 people in my family. I wanted everybody to be able to sit down, but a designer would tell me, no, it's crowded. I don't disagree. If I were staging the house for sale, I would say, get rid of one of the chairs. I need to have flow here. But for everyday practical purposes, that's the thing too. And that's what you're speaking to, that there are lives and families, and you're listening to what they're saying. And so, yes, for a magazine, maybe not. For staging for sale, maybe not. But for everyday purposes, it's appropriate.
Right. And I mean, you know, we just did a remix where they had a fish tank with, I think it had like I don't know if it had fish or some kind of frog or something. And, you know, like typically, you know, from a design standpoint, you know, I like to joke that I operate in perfection every day, and I love it. But like, you know, people don't live like that. Like their kids live there, and they might have a guinea pig, and they might have and so it's like you have to design around that stuff, you know?
A dog who likes to sit on the couch.
Yeah, a dog who likes to sit on the sofa. And people are always like, oh my God, you let your dog on the sofa? And I'm like, yes, I let my dog on the sofa. I'll just wash these, you know, cushion covers, like when all is said and done.
Please, of course.
It doesn't matter. Or get a blanket or whatever. Like, and who has the time to police that kind of stuff? Like we want people to be able to live in their home. So like, you know, if you can maximize the comfort, you know, that's what you do. You know,
Steph is paralyzed. That's her paralyzed look right now. She's
but I love it. I'm really getting into this and thinking about it.
I loved when you bought your bedroom furniture and how excited you were when you bought
but now I look at it and it's like I bought
you need a refresh.
Well, it's like 3 dressers in a row, and they're all the same with the matching nightstands and the matching bed and the matching big jewelry thing. Like why did I do that? Because that's not even my style. Well, so I thought when I saw it, I bought it at our house. And so it wasn't cheap. And so, but when I saw it in the design center at our house, I fell in love with it. And it was, you know, pretty for a minute when I brought it home, but it's really not it is my style, but it's not. I think I need like a new comforter. I have to get maybe the jewelry thing out of there. I don't know. I have no artwork. I really want the one thing I want my bedroom is to be peaceful. So I don't have much in there except my furniture, but it's just, and the thing is I get overwhelmed because every space in my house has to be done. there's not one space where I walk into and say, I look around and say, oh, I love this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, with the remix, like we've seen clients just build momentum on their own, you know, like we just had some clients who we did 3 rooms for them plus their landing, and all in one day install. It was a lot of work, but it was so great. And the results were just incredible. And, you know, like they collected like vintage video game consoles. So we like legitimately like, you know, I'm not going to go in there and say like, you need to get rid of all these video games. Like we're just going to like, you know, set them up and like stage them so that it looks nice visually, you know, like everyone has clutter in their homes, you know, but I always say like compartmentalize the clutter, like make it make sense, put it together so that it makes sense and it's not like overwhelming to the senses. But they ended up doing like decluttering their entire downstairs, getting a new rug, and doing their entire outside, like all new pavers, like all kinds of stuff to like glow up the outside of their house after we did that. And they were just like,
they were inspired.
It just inspired them because they were like, oh my gosh, it just like lifted a weight off of their chest so that they could finally make a couple of decisions that they needed to make. And
you're inspiring
because the other stuff was done, you know?
I feel so good right now.
Yay. Look at her. She crossed over a threshold.
I crossed the threshold.
Yay. I love it so much. I think there's something to be said about having a space that is uniquely yours, you know? I think that for the longest time, I didn't let myself access that. Like I didn't let myself have that. Like I could have invested in like a mirror or like painted the walls a color that I liked. And I just didn't do it because I thought, for what? And then it was like once I gave myself permission to do it, it was like, oh my gosh, my whole life changed. I started to enjoy being at home.
I can feel that. I can feel what you're saying.
Do you think it's generational?
I do. I think some of it is generational. Yeah.
But you know, my mother always had a decorator.
Oh, really?
My mom too.
What? No way.
I don't understand.
Yeah.
So like high income or like, I mean, I guess like, was that typical?
My dad would tell you it was high income.
Like, I mean,
I can't believe my father agreed to it.
I can't either.
Because they would fight over money all the time. Every month, I prayed that they would get a divorce.
Yep.
Because the credit card bill would come in and my father would be screaming in my mother's face.
Wow.
So I can't believe he let her hire a decorator. I mean, and she did everything. She did matching window treatments and she put seat covers on dining room chairs that could come off and that would match the other throw pillows, and she had slip covers made for couches, and I mean, this place was gorgeous. And when they bought their homes in Florida, she also had a decorator. So I know. So that's why. So I always grew up in these lovely homes.
Yeah.
So I don't get it with me. I think I have issues.
Think just busy.
What is wrong with me?
You're afraid of making the wrong choice.
You know what it is? I think because I got divorced and I am in a job that is all commission.
Yeah.
And I think that was my fear was, you know, spending the money.
Totally.
On that.
Totally.
And that's, I think, what it was.
Yeah. I mean, like I was just thinking today, I was like, I really want to like expand the loft and I really like in my own place, you know, like I have all these things that I want to do and I want to add like a cabinet or maybe I want all new cabinets. I don't know. Or, you know, I just want it to feel a little bit more polished. And then I'm like, but, you know, being a single woman, it's hard to consider investing because, like, we also have to think about our future,
right?
You know, especially when you have kids, too. And they're going to go to college and they have to drive and, like, all the things.
I'm done with all that. Thank God.
Yeah. Can I bring that down to bite-sized pieces?
Yeah.
It's a project a year.
That's a good idea.
That's my advice to everybody.
Right. Yeah.
It's a project a year. Last year, we had to do a new furnace and a new hot water heater. So I wasn't renovating the upstairs bathroom. I wasn't renovating my bedroom. I mean, those were big expenses. It was $20,000 worth of main systems.
Yeah.
But this year, I can change out the ceiling fans and add recessed lights on the second floor and then look towards those other little pieces. If you do a project a year, you're constantly getting that refresh, that little dopamine hit of like when you walk into a room, how good it feels to have your space feel comfortable.
That's true. But are you like me where you want it all done right now?
I want it all done now. I want to leave my house and I want to come back.
Well, you're going to love the remix.
The whole thing done.
You're going to love the remix because, I mean, it's going to be great. I'm so excited.
I have to do that.
I'd
We're already
really
signing
want
you
you to
up.
do your master bath,
Just
primary
do
bath,
one.
main bath, whatever we
Well,
want
but
to
that's
call
not
it.
really a remix.
No, but
That's
she
what
could
she
have the
want-
remix on her
Yeah.
bedroom, and then her
Wait till
her
you see
bathroom
my
is
bathroom.
right off because
You
it's
won't
the
know
most
how I live
used
in it.
room in your space. Like you use that room more than anything, and if you just had
Yeah.
it renovated and Alysha could help you make the
Yeah.
decision. Steph gets paralyzed with decisions
Well, that's
too.
the thing.
That's the hard part.
Well, I
Yeah.
can't make decisions.
Yeah.
I know what I like, but I don't know how to put it together,
Right.
obviously.
Yeah.
And, my big decision also was, am I staying here?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's been on my mind because it's a 4-level. So it's
Townhouse.
Wow.
yeah. So it's, yeah. So
levels.
as my friend Donna says, she came in, she goes, you're living vertically,
Yes.
Yeah.
which I am. But the space, it's really good space.
Yeah.
But then
Which
I'm thinking,
that would allow you to do if you're
God,
going to stay there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your main floor, fine, leave it as it is right now, but your personal space that you want to have that you retreat to, that's my recommendation on your first place to go, and hire someone to help you make those decisions and offer you choices.
oh, it would be
and
so
not
gorgeous
smother
all
you.
redone.
Yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do one floor at a time. Do one level
Right.
at a
That's what
time.
vertically living
Yeah,
allows
yeah,
you to
yeah,
do, because
totally.
it's not one big open space
Yep.
that you have. Like I
Right.
had to do that. So I just did a renovation. Our
Okay.
first floor is open. I had to do it all at once. I
Yeah.
couldn't do it piecemeal, because then, to your point, if I'm just adding those pillows,
Right.
well, then it looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
So doing that floor. But if you now, because you're living vertically, and you can start with your personal space that you retreat to, you personally retreat to every
so
day.
True. You're
So
gonna love
true.
it. It is gonna really help you recharge. Like having a space that you can go to where you feel supported, that you actually enjoy going to, where you don't feel like there's all these things that are weighing on you. I have to do this, I have to do
Yes.
that, or all the things. Or why does this look like this? Or why have I waited so long to do this? And then we start with all the self-judgment crap
Yes.
and like
Oh, so
all
true.
that stuff.
Right.
So true.
Like it, and starting that positive feedback loop. First of all, saying I deserve this, or I'm worthy of this, right? But then as you do that, it's like the positive feedback loop that allows you to reconnect with your space. I often say, like, people walk into their space and they just want to say, like, who designed this? Or like, why did they do this way? And they want to like judge it instead of saying, okay, how can I partner with my space to create something that is supportive for me, right?
So true. Oh, so I have a video that I
love
want to, a
that.
new video I'm going to do. I just have to post it. So as me, Meredith, I've been selling real estate for 25 years.
Uh-huh.
If you've hired me to be your buyer's agent, I'm going to show you some pictures, and I'm going to tell you what I see in this picture that you probably don't see.
Yeah.
Good video.
Right? Like
Yes.
I see that your husband is 6'4". He's not going to fit in this room.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
You might
Yeah.
not see that, and you want to take a look at the house anyway. I can just look at the pictures and see these types
Yep.
of things, right? Like these are the things as the experts from our vantage point that we see that other
Right.
people may not, and that's what Alysha can do.
Yeah, we can tell you like what's going to be the most bang for your buck. Like maybe we had a client, one of our first clients. They had those like stone kind of like pavers. What do you call it? The slate, like the tricolored kind of slate.
Oh,
It's like
fieldstone.
Yeah.
At the entrance.
No, in the back, it was like a
Oh.
patio that they turned
okay.
into a family room. And when I first met with them, they were like, "We hate this floor. We want to demolish this floor." And I said, "What if I could make it work for you?" Because
Oh.
first of all, it was overlaid on the top of the slab, so getting rid of that was going to be a massive headache. It was
Right.
going to require, sledgehammer and a blood,
Yeah.
break it all
Right.
up, and then probably a resurfacing of somehow.
Yes.
And it was going to be a huge headache for them, tons of dust. I was like, "What if I can make it work for you?" And they didn't see it,
Right.
So I often say, like, bringing someone in with a fresh set of eyes and being
Yes.
able to say, like, well, maybe you're hyper focusing on this thing, but that's not actually what I see as like the main thing here. Let's look at this instead. And it ended up being a really beautiful
That's such an important
space.
point, because as we kind of go into our space, unless it's been refreshed and we've been kind of living in it, that's my primary, my
Yes,
main.
your primary
Shame
suite.
on you.
for using that word. But anyway, going in there, I focus on that part I hate.
Yes, we do.
Where bringing in
Right.
a fresh set of eyes would come in and say, actually, this works. This is
Yes.
great. Let's just redo this.
Yeah.
Let's change this. And all of a sudden we see it differently.
Yes.
It's magic.
It is. And I said I actually have a consultation with someone coming up. I actually met her through a Facebook Marketplace find, and they're building a house. And she was like, I'm so overwhelmed. We have all these decisions to make. We need a color palette. And I said, just let me come out and see the space. And hopefully I can convince you that you didn't fuck it all up. You know, because once someone comes in and says, actually, no, you did a really great job with that.
Yes.
Stop judging yourself over that. That's
Yes.
wasted energy.
Yes.
Suddenly you realize, oh, maybe I do actually know what I'm doing sometimes. And then you start to trust the process.
Yes.
Instead of being like, oh my God, I'm not worthy of this, or it's just not for me because I can't actually do it.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
So it takes a village, you know?
It does take a village.
It's like, and that's why I really loved teaching the classes at the studio, because I could see how like the support, you know, coming from an education background, because I didn't go to school for design. I went to school for early elementary education. So coming from that background, it's like I can see the ways that we can support people in a group setting and slowly pull away the supports, giving them the tools and showing them how to execute things on their own. And then you witness the light bulbs.
Yes.
And it's so fun to witness.
Yes.
And I miss that part about the studio for sure. Yeah.
I have so many. I'm getting distracted because we're almost done.
I know.
Right.
Right.
But so I told Stephanie about a class that you had about decorating a shelf.
Yeah, shelf
And
styling.
I was like, I don't know about decorating a shelf.
yeah.
And Steph said, I think I'd like to take that class.
I think because it's so hard to decorate a shelf
Well,
for some people like myself.
Yeah, and
but-
open shelving became
Yeah.
all the rage.
Yes.
So then people have these open shelves and they're like, oh my
I
God,
do.
I'm just going to throw shit on it, or
Yeah.
I'm going to leave
Right.
it empty, or I'm just
My
gonna
kids are going to put the iPads
Right.
on them.
And then you keep
Yeah.
moving stuff and putting,
Yeah.
trying all different things around your house. I thought that was a great idea.
Thank you.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
Okay,
It's fun.
so tell everybody where you're found now,
Yeah.
social media, where your space is, where your office is. Like, what are you doing before we wrap up? So we do your social handles.
Yeah, okay, so we're Hello Pearl Interiors on Instagram and Facebook, and you can also find us at hellopearlinteriors.com. But we don't have a physical location. Now I just work out of my home condo, and then
Yep.
we have the van, the
Okay.
branded van with my face on the side of it because
Awesome.
we want to become a household name.
Good.
I love that.
So, you know, if you see me swerving, don't
Yeah.
judge me.
Right.
But also, anyway, so you can find us on Instagram. You can connect with us. You can find a link to book a complimentary discovery call. That's the first step. If you want to take on any sort of project, whether it's a remix, whether it's a renovation, whatever it is, if you need help with color palette, book that complimentary 30-minute discovery call, because we can assess what your needs are and figure out how to move forward. So, and then so you can find a lot of
So you
like,
can get paid.
reveals.
How do you get paid? Nobody knows how designers get
How
paid.
do I get paid?
Is it hourly by the job?
Hourly.
Hourly?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I get paid hourly. So if you want to hire us for a full service design project, we come out, we do an on-site consultation, and then I assess the number of hours that it's going to take me
Got it.
to complete the project, and then I
Okay.
present you with a proposal,
Okay.
and then we go from there. But the remix is just product. So you pay for the consultation, but if you book within 14 days of the consultation, you get a $150 credit.
Okay.
But then you just pay for the product.
Okay.
So yeah, so we have stuff like either vintage stuff that we've sourced, or like stuff from our wholesaler, or like stuff that we specifically source for projects, and we just bring that in and set it,
Yeah, I
set
love
it up.
that.
And most people say they're like, I didn't envision this, but it's better than I envisioned.
Yeah, I'm sure. I'm sure.
It's so gratifying. It's really, really
I bet.
gratifying. Yeah.
I feel inspired.
Yay.
Should be inspired.
Yeah, I feel good.
Yeah.
I love it so much. It's great. It's so great. And, I think that we don't place enough value on the impact that our personal space can have on our mental health and like
Agreed.
our personal well-being.
So true.
Yeah.
Right.
And we live in New England. Like, I'm from California, and so we have access to the outdoors like for so much more of the year than we do here in New England. And like, we all go into a slump in the winter.
Absolutely.
Can you
Mhm.
imagine what having a space that you love during that
I
time?
mean, imagine
could
walking
do
into your home
for
and absolutely loving
loving
it.
it.
I do.
Know.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I can't
After
imagine.
after I
Soon you
rent
will.
out, I do.
I can't imagine.
Yeah.
Soon you will.
Yeah.
'Cause when I walk into my, friends' houses that are just so much fun and
Yeah.
you walk in, you feel so good. Someday I'm going to have that.
Yeah.
I
You
might
are.
I might have it sooner than later.
I
love
know. I know.
Well, thank you so
Thank you
much.
for
This
coming.
has been a
Oh,
great
we'd love
podcast.
to have you
back if you'd be willing.
Yes.
Yeah, I would love that. I would love that. This is really fun. Thank you, ladies.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.